you are programming the future with what you think now. Beware, every thought you repeat is like a code, and that code is writing your story even if you don't realize it. In this video, I'll show you how to change that code and transform your life. And you know what's even scarier? This works both to create miracles and to attract frustration. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not, the cycle is working. And the thing is, no one taught you how to use this to your advantage. On the contrary, they taught you to pray with fear, repeat phrases without emotion, smile while your heart cries for help. It's time to turn that switch. And in this video, you'll understand how to get out of this cycle of self-sabotage and start shaping your reality with awareness, intention, and true faith. Welcome to the channel, The Awakening Law of Attraction. If you feel like something needs to change, but you don't know where to start, hold on tight. What I'm going to show you here is simple but powerful. It's not a pretty theory. It's a spiritual, emotional, and vibrational practice. And yes, it works. In fact, it might be exactly what you need to start responding differently to your life. It all starts silently inside the head. A thought arises, often uninvited, and soon it descends to the heart, generating an emotion. That comment someone made, that bill that was due, that what if that insists on appearing, all of this affects feelings. And feelings are not passive, they shape us. The way you walk, talk, breathe, everything responds to the emotion that was created. And over time, this builds your daily behavior. This seemingly banal behavior becomes the raw material of your reality. It's like an invisible mold that defines how you act in small decisions, from responding to someone kindly to procrastinating on something important. If your thoughts are fearful, your behavior becomes withdrawn. If your thoughts are trusting, your behavior becomes expansive. Have you ever noticed that when you're in love, the world seems more beautiful? That's no coincidence, it's the cycle in action. People who complain all the time don't do it out of habit, but because they cultivate thoughts that generate feelings of dissatisfaction. This affects their attitudes, their opportunities, and the results they achieve. Want a practical example? For a week, swap the thoughts of "I can't do it" for "I'm becoming capable," and see how your body reacts, how your energy changes, and even how the people around you respond differently. This is the hidden power of what goes on inside the mind. Thought generates feeling. Feeling shapes behavior. Behavior builds reality. This cycle is older than any self-help manual, but few really pay attention to it. And the most curious detail is that it works even when you don't realize it. The challenge now is to observe this cycle in real time, because the way you react to what you feel says a lot about what you are manifesting. And this leads us to the next discovery about daily attitudes and internal state. You know that feeling that certain things keep repeating themselves in your life? Like always attracting the same type of complicated relationship or facing financial difficulties even though you've tried everything? This isn't bad luck, and much less spiritual persecution. These are internal patterns at work. Patterns created by repetitive thoughts, unhealed emotions, beliefs that you don't even know you carry but that are there, invisibly controlling your reality. These patterns form a kind of background programming in the subconscious. For example, if you heard since you were a child that money is dirty or that love hurts, your emotional system recorded this. The result? You may even say that you want to prosper, but you will sabotage yourself without realizing it. You delay decisions, doubt opportunities, and choose paths that reinforce limitations. The pattern becomes stronger with repetition. The good news? The opposite is also true. Positive patterns also take hold. People who grew up hearing you can do it often have an easier time believing, acting with confidence, and reaping the rewards. This isn't magic, it's manifestation based on belief. The key is to identify negative patterns and replace them with intention and practice. How? Through conscious repetition of new ideas, prayer with true commitment, and actions that challenge old behavior. Everything you experience today is a reflection of what was repeated yesterday. And what you start repeating now, even if it seems small, will shape your future results. Transformation begins when you ask yourself, what pattern am I feeding without realizing it? This question is key. Because when you identify the inconsistency between what you say and what you feel, then you begin to open the door to change. It is common to hear someone say, "I trust in God," while their entire body is on alert. The voice trembles, the chest tightens, the shoulders are tense, and the mind is already rehearsing the worst-case scenario. This is vibrational incoherence. The words that come out of the mouth are one thing. The vibration that comes from the heart is quite another. The universe, or God, does not respond to what you say mechanically, but to what you truly vibrate in the silence of your emotions. Spoken faith has no power if it is not aligned with the emotion felt. The person says everything is fine, but breathes with difficulty, lives anxiously, doubts every step. This misalignment creates internal resistance, and the manifestation, instead of flowing, stops. It is like trying to accelerate a car with the handbrake on. You even press it hard, but the system does not allow the movement. The feeling always wins over the poorly connected intention. And the curious thing is that this inconsistency is not out of malice, it is out of habit. We learn to say what is right spiritually, but we do not learn to truly feel. We say we have forgiven, but our hearts still carry resentment. We say we believe, but we act with distrust. The path to transformation begins by recognizing this difference. Only then does prayer cease to be a discourse and become a living, real connection with the source. Want to align your words and your heart? Start by observing how your body reacts when you say something. If your body freezes, take a deep breath, be silent, and repeat until your emotions follow your words. This process is like tuning an instrument. It requires attention, repetition, and patience. And when you align this, you begin to notice something. Subtle, your anxiety begins to lose strength, and that's exactly where we'll get to the next point. Anxiety is treacherous. It comes on slowly, often before the alarm clock even goes off. As soon as you open your eyes, your mind is already racing, creating catastrophic scenarios, problems that don't even exist yet, and pains that haven't been felt. This constant anticipation disrupts your vibration, distances you from faith, and blocks manifestation. Because, let's face it, how can you truly trust if your heart is racing and your breath is held? When a person lives in anxiety, they do not surrender, they control. And this control is born of distrust. Even after praying, even repeating affirmations, if the mind continues to revolve in doubt and worry, the request has not been delivered. It has been held back. And the universe cannot act where there is constant emotional interference. Faith is not saying "I believe," it is feeling peace even when everything seems chaotic. And this peace is not born by chance, it is born from vibrational training. A practical way to understand this is to ask yourself, what is the first thing I think about when I wake up? If it is a worry, it is a sign that the mind is conditioned to scarcity, fear, and trying to predict the worst. The clenched jaw, the tightness in the chest, the agitated look in the eyes, these are all clear signs of disconnection. And as long as this vibration dominates, reality will respond with delays, obstacles, and emotional exhaustion. The solution is not to deny what you feel, but to consciously choose a new response. Breathe with intention, place your hand on your heart, and declare out loud, I surrender. I trust. It may seem too simple, but this practice creates a new emotional pattern. And by repeating this sincerely, day after day, faith begins to replace fear. And in this new state, you begin to make room for something powerful, conscious breathing, as a path to vibrational realignment. Breathing seems so automatic that many people don't even realize how it impacts their energy. But conscious breathing is a direct bridge between thought and feeling. When you take a deep breath with intention, your body begins to slow down, your mind clears, and your heart opens. It's like a vibrational reset button. In seconds, you can change your internal state without needing anything other than air and your presence. It is in these moments of conscious pause that you reconnect with the now. And the now is the only point where manifestation happens. When you breathe with intention, you begin to send a clear signal to the universe, I am present. I choose to. Focus, I trust. This breaks the cycle of anxiety and activates a vibration that is more coherent with what you want to attract. Without this, intention becomes noise. With this, intention becomes alignment. Want a practical example? Before making an important decision, close your eyes for 30 seconds. Breathe deeply 3 times with focus and calm. Feel the air entering, filling your body, and as you exhale, release the fear with it. This simple act puts you in another, vibrational state. And in this state, your intuition speaks louder. You don't just think better, you feel better. And clear feeling attracts coherent reality. Don't underestimate the power of stopping for a minute to breathe with purpose. This is more than a technique, it's a way of talking to God, to the source, to your own soul. And when this habit becomes part of your routine, your body learns to live more lightly. And it's in this space of lightness that affirmations gain power. After all, there's no point in repeating 1,000 phrases if your soul is still in noise. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Affirmations are not just pretty phrases written on a post-it stuck to the mirror. They are vibrational commands. When said with conviction, out loud and with clear intention, they reprogram old patterns. It's like planting new seeds in the soil of the subconscious. But it's not enough to repeat mechanically. The secret is to feel what you say. Feeling is the access code. Without feeling, the statement becomes noise. With feeling, it becomes manifestation. Repetition is powerful because the brain learns through habit. If you spend years saying I'm not good enough, there's no point in expecting a new belief to take hold overnight. It's like changing the radio settings. You have to adjust the dial several times until you get the right one. And that takes daily practice. Repeat, I am worthy of the life I dream of. I trust the process. Everything works out for my good, and repeat it with all your heart. A good tip is to create a personal ritual. Choose 3 or 4 affirmations that most resonate with what you are experiencing today. Write them down in a notebook, record them in your own voice, and listen to them when you wake up and before you go to sleep. This transforms the affirmation into a vibrational reminder. And when it is said during moments of conscious breathing, the impact is even greater. You start to change from the inside out without forcing it, without pretending. Over time, you'll notice something amazing. Affirmations don't just change your thoughts, they change your behavior. You start to move with more confidence, speak with more clarity, act with more intention. Your vibration changes, and when your vibration changes, reality starts to respond. Now that you understand how to reprogram your mind with words, you're ready to expand even further. Let's tie this all together into a bigger vision. Now tell me, how many times have you let your life be guided by thoughts that aren't even yours? How many times have you repeated patterns without realizing it, prayed without feeling it, wished without believing? The truth is that your mind is too powerful to be left on autopilot. And if you've come this far, it's because something inside you already knows it's time to change. Not out of desperation, but out of awareness, out of decision, out of living faith. So what are you going to do with everything you've heard here today? Are you going to let these words pass by like just another video? Or are you going to apply them? Are you going to breathe with intention, align your affirmations, observe your feelings, and begin to shape your reality with courage and clarity? Your future isn't written, it's being written right now. And it starts with a choice keep repeating or transforming. Right here in the comments, what thought will you reprogram from today? Let's create a field of intention together. I read every comment, and this is a safe space for you to express yourself. Your transformation begins with a simple decision to take control of your vibration. And I'm here to remind you that you can and should live a life of purpose, alignment, and peace of mind. If this video gave you a wake-up call, the next one will give you the most powerful tool in the Bible for manifesting in real time. Watch it now. You're creating your reality. Without knowing, here's how to change it.